The Sleepwalker's Secret. Unraveling the Truth. The crisp winter air carried a sense of renewal as Detective Emily Hartley walked through the quiet streets of Willow Creek. Snowflakes danced in the early morning light, casting a serene blanket over the town that had weathered storms of suspicion and uncertainty. The case of the Sleepwalker's Secret had left its mark, but Emily remained steadfast in her pursuit of closure and understanding. Jacob Barnes, once a figure of suspicion, had emerged from the shadows of doubt with a fragile sense of redemption. Through therapy and support, he had confronted the trauma of his past and the unconscious behaviors that had led to the thefts in Willow Creek. The stolen items, a silver pocket watch, a rare first edition book, and an assortment of jewelry, had been returned to their rightful owners, their journeys through darkness finally brought to light. Emily found herself at Jacob's doorstep one cold afternoon, a tentative knock echoing in the quiet solitude of the winter afternoon. The door opened slowly, revealing Jacob's weary yet hopeful expression. "Detective Hartley," Jacob greeted her, his voice tinged with gratitude. "Please come in." Emily stepped inside, her boots leaving small traces of snow on the welcome mat. The warmth of Jacob's modest home enveloped her, a stark contrast to the chill that had once permeated their interactions. "I wanted to check in on you, Jacob," Emily began, her voice gentle yet firm. "How have you been?" Jacob smiled faintly, gesturing for Emily to take a seat in the cozy living room. "Better, thank you. Therapy has helped a lot. I'm starting to understand everything." Emily nodded, her gaze fixed on Jacob with a mixture of empathy and curiosity. "What do you remember from those nights, Jacob? The nights you were sleepwalking?" Jacob hesitated, his hands fidgeting in his lap. "Bits and pieces, mostly. I remember feeling lost. Like I was searching for something, but I couldn't remember what." Emily leaned forward slightly, her interest piqued. "And the items you took? How did you choose them?" Jacob sighed, his gaze drifting toward the crackling fire in the hearth. "They felt familiar, somehow. Like I knew them from somewhere deep inside. It's hard to explain." Emily listened intently, piecing together the fragments of Jacob's recollections with the weight of understanding. "Do you think it was connected to your past, Jacob? The fire that took your parents?" Jacob nodded slowly, his eyes clouded with emotion. "Maybe. I've always struggled with sleep ever since that night. Therapy helped me realize that the sleepwalking was a way for me to cope, to escape the memories that haunted me." Emily nodded, her heart heavy with empathy for the man before her. "Jacob, you know what you did was wrong. But I believe you never meant to hurt anyone." Jacob met her gaze, his eyes filled with a mixture of relief and remorse. "I'm so sorry, Detective. To everyone in Willow Creek. I never wanted to cause so much pain." Emily reached out, placing a reassuring hand on Jacob's shoulder. "You're taking the right steps now, Jacob. That's what matters." In the weeks that followed, Emily continued to monitor Jacob's progress with a watchful eye. The town of Willow Creek, once divided by suspicion, began to heal with each passing day. Jacob's sincerity and commitment to his therapy had resonated with the community, fostering a sense of forgiveness and compassion that transcended the scars of betrayal. Emily found herself reflecting on the case, the complexities of human behavior, the fragility of trust, and the enduring power of empathy. The Sleepwalker's Secret had taught her invaluable lessons about the resilience of the human spirit and the importance of understanding rather than judgment in the pursuit of justice. One afternoon, as Emily walked through the town square dusted with snow, she encountered Ms. Evelyn Moore outside the library, a beacon of resilience in the face of adversity. Detective Hartley, Ms. Moore greeted her warmly, a faint smile playing on her lips. "It's good to see you." Emily returned the smile, her heart lifted by the sight of the town librarian who had weathered the storm with grace. "And you, Ms. Moore? How is everything at the library?" Ms. Moore's eyes twinkled with a hint of mischief. "Quiet, as always. But we've had some new additions to our collection, thanks to your efforts." Emily chuckled softly, a sense of gratitude swelling within her. "I'm glad to hear that." As they parted ways, Emily felt a sense of closure settle over her, a quiet reassurance that justice, in its truest form, had been served. The Sleepwalker's secret had unraveled a web of intrigue and uncertainty, but it had also illuminated the resilience of a community bound together by shared histories and newfound compassion. In the months that followed, Jacob Barnes continued his journey toward healing, supported by the unwavering kindness of the people of Willow Creek. The town, once fractured by suspicion, had emerged stronger and more united, its streets alive with whispered tales of forgiveness and redemption. And as Detective Emily Hartley looked out over the tranquil landscape of Willow Creek, she knew that some secrets were meant to be unearthed, not to divide, but to unite in the quiet strength of understanding and empathy.